Well, Lynn, you want to kick it off tonight?
Yeah, unless, I think you did it last week, didn't you?
Yes, sir, I did.
Jim, you want to talk first, or shall I do it?
No, always talk last.
All right. Okay. Well, anybody need to use this frequency for anything, or is there any emergency before we have the Boat Anchors Unlimited net, K5LYN? Hearing none. We get together here on Wednesday evenings and talk about the early days of single sideband. A lot of vacuum tube radios are heard here. A few hybrids come by. Sometimes folks are here on modern radios for various reasons. The only requirement is that you be interested in what we're doing. Buy-sell trades are welcome if they are boat anchor related. Let's keep it restricted to vintage radios. And if you're working on a radio and you have a technical problem, as I have done this evening, trying to figure out how to make a 1952 Central Electronics transceiver transceive with a Drake R4B, and I'm a few cycles off, but not too bad. It's actually working. So at least we know what to do, what to work on next. Anyway, I'm going to call, I don't have a long list of people that I know are lurking here, so I'm going to call maybe QS, EIJ, 5R, TXW, and then we'll pass it over to Guy, let him talk to some folks, then to Jim, and then we'll take some check-ins after we've done all that. So, Mr. J, you're on the call-in, sounding great tonight. Over to you, K5LYN.
Thank you, Lynn. Yes, sir. I decided I better fire up the gray stuff this evening so it didn't get too out of shape. I got 32S1, well, the S1 line with a 30L1 and all original equipment and stuff like that, with a few little mods here and there just to keep everything relevant to today's radioing. Everybody's sounding good so far. Nothing really special going on down here. It's beginning to get boring. I think I need another road trip. It's too long to Belton. I got to find something to do. Get out of here because otherwise my wife says she kind of wishes I'd go find a job, and that's bad. She just wants me out of the house. Anyway, hopefully we cured that. We got a new mattress today. We'll see how that works. Hadn't spread it out yet, so I'll have a progress report later. Only about the mattress, nothing else. That's about it, Lynn. I don't have much else. Nope, can't think of anything relevant or proper to say. KM5QS.
Yeah, Jay, I think we both got way too much work to do to go out and get back in the workforce. We did our time there in an honorable way. That's all we needed to do. And by the way, I failed to say that this is a Swan 500, very, very conservatively driving my Collins 30L1. And Jay, I think I continue to say the audio on your Collins is really powerful. If you were working DX, they would hear you. Any last comments, Jay?
No, sir. Well, the efficiency of my station is due in a great part to that Oriental fella out there, that Young Kim, that sells the boards for the 30L1. It turns it from a 500 watt amp into a 700 watt amp if done properly, and it doesn't hurt nothing. So, with that, credit to those that deserve it. KM5QS.
I agree. I've got two 30L1s, and they both have Young Kim boards in it, and the meter is it's 700 watts. So you said it exactly right. Moving on, Mr. EIJ. Joseph, over to you.
Okay, this is Whiskey Alpha 5, Echo India Juliet. Joseph in Montana. Oh, Joseph in Magnolia. Guys, obviously I was doing something else. I was across the room. Lynn, I tried the Drake experiment. I should have told you that the frequency counter for a dial only goes to 0.10. In other words, only tenths. In other words, right now we're on 3.869.9 is what it's showing. So when I switch from on to external mute, 0 change. But see, the deal is, if it's less than, say, 50 or 60 cycles, I probably wouldn't see it. It just wouldn't hit it. I need to get a regular frequency counter on it. That's a project for maybe this weekend. I'm taking too much time. You guys are listening to a Central Electronics 200V. I'm listening on a Drake R4 Charlie. And Lynn, that's If you can ask any more questions, proceed. Over.
Yeah, I sure would. If you have time to check that out, I'm going to do the same on mine and see if I can detect a change. I do have a frequency counter that'll count it down to the last cycle if I've done the math right. So I would like to know, is it my Drake or are they all like that?
Well, this is R. Charlie. Although I do have an R. Baker that I could find. I just need to find it. It's in this room someplace. But my frequency counter is a Hewlett-Packard, so I know it goes down the cycle. It may even go down to tenths. Anyway, the one I got using as a dial is fine for a dial. It's just not good enough to do what you and I want to do. Okay, I don't want to hold it because I know there's a lot of other guys. K5LYN, and hello to all the net. This is WA5EIJ. Over.
Station sounding great, Joseph. Nice work. Okay, Mr. Rusty, WK5R. What do you say, Rusty?
Hey, good evening. Oh, Pound Switch here. Good evening, Lynn. Everybody on the Boat Anchors net. This is Whiskey Kilo 5 Radio. We're located up here 50 miles east of Dallas, and tonight we're on KB5ZIV's radio there that we've been working on for them. It's the Swan Signet Model 300B. We rebuilt the power supply in it and worked on the receiver, and by luck we found out what the problem on that was. It turned out to be a darn ceramic disc capacitor that the leg had separated from the capacitance part of it. But anyway, we got it working. And we're driving the Homebrew GS35B with it through the Homebrew tuner into the dipole up at about 50 feet. And we're actually using one of those BM800 microphones, on a $14.32 microphone from China there. We're bitty good. Anyway, that's what we got going on here. I'm going to have to put the Drake on the bench because it's quit working on me for some reason. I don't know why. And Lynn said last week it sounded awful when I tried to put something on it. So anyway, I got the Hewlett-Packard's HC37 warmed up down there, and I may come back on it later on. So that's what I got going on here, Lynn. Back to you, and even though we're quite a ways out, I'm still looking forward to belting in the fall. K5LYN in the group, WK5R.
You got a real winner there, Rusty. It's talking up a storm. Nice work. Okay, my neighbor, Mr. TXW. Hey, George, over to you, K5LYN.
Howdy, Lynn, and all around the net, WB5TXW. So I'm on the Kenwood 590 Sugar Golf, pushing the 30L1. Tonight, as you know, little problem with the 75 S3. Hopefully not insurmountable. So I will kick back and listen to the best hour of ham radio on 75 meters during the week. WB5TXW back to net.
I thought we were going to be working on your receiver this week, George, but it turns out I'm replacing the ceiling fan at my rent house. It's on the front porch, and the place is for rent, so it's got to be done. So, one obstacle after another, but we will get to it. You're sounding good tonight. Okay, Guy, you want to take this thing? W5CMK and the Boat Anchors, K5LYN.
K5LYN and the Boat Anchors. This is W5CMK. Yeah, I'll give it a whirl. If y'all can hear me, I'll carry on.
Sounding good.
Roger. Well, good evening, everybody. Name's Guy, Golf Uniform Yankee, outside of Kilgore, Texas. And tonight you're listening to my Drake TR4 with the Drake RV4. And I figured out a way to hook my DD103 frequency counter into the mix there and got it in the mix, going through my Henry 2KD5 and using a D104 amplified microphone. Oh yeah, 45 foot up to a double bazooka, give or take, depending on which convenience store you're leaving. All right, let's see here. Hey, BFA. Hey, Gary, what's up?
Not much, guy. W5CMK with the group, W5BFA. Not a whole lot. We're running the old Swan 350 tonight. Going through the SP220 amplifier up to the inverted V about 10-12 feet in the air. It's not very high. Microphone is a static D10, which seems to work pretty good on the old Swan 350. But that's about it. Nothing special. And we're going to go up to the Hamfest up there in Dallas this weekend, mainly because my little granddaughter's having a birthday, and we're going up there for the birthday party, so we're going to try to swing by the Hamfest there Saturday morning for a little while. So you may see me running around on my little scooter out there, if you go. But that's it. I'm not going to have anything to sell, trade, or nothing else. I'm just going to be looking around. Be one of the lookers for a change. But sure, good to hear everybody. Guys sounding good tonight. W5CMK, W5BFA.
All right, good deal there, Gary. Yeah, you're just dual purposing that deal. You figured out a way to incorporate a little ham radio into a birthday party there, right?
Roger that. I forgot all about that Hamfest going on. When my wife said we need to go up to that party.
Well, you said okie dokie.
Oh, yeah, I didn't give her a fight. Comment?
Go ahead, comment.
Yeah, thank you, sir. If I could, real quick, could I ask Gary a question?
Why, certainly.
All righty, Gary, if you're going to a Hamfest this weekend, if you run across a VSO 230, like would go with the Kenwood 830, and you can get it for $200 or less, I will gladly pay you back. Okay, if I see one. You want a VFO 230, right? Yeah, hopefully in pretty good shape. Well, you know me, I don't buy junk, so if I find something, I'll pick it up for you, bud. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Back to you guys, KM5QS. Thanks.
All right, good deal. Love it when a little plan comes together, and I love it when a big plan comes together. So that might be both. Who knows? Okay. Hey, Gary, anything else before I move on?
No, guys, that's it for tonight. Go ahead.
Well, all righty. We'll carry on, and y'all have a safe trip into the Metroplex. I actually will be going in there this weekend myself, not to the Hamfest. Got other issues I've got to go check on, but going into the east side of Dallas, not too far past Mesquite. So, anyway, all right. Hey, Denver, did you make it back off the front porch? N5OJB, come on in.
All right, this is N5OJB Denver, and I'm on old Tempo 1 barefoot, just the radio tonight. So if y'all can hear me fine, and I guess that's about all I can say.
I'll hear you without any problem whatsoever, Denver. Yeah, that Tempo's it's a pumping it out.
I hope I'm on frequency with you. I don't say just having to listen to your voice and guess.
Yeah, you're close enough for government work, but no issues, no reason to try to adjust it, because you might run away.
Well, all right, then I'll leave it right where it's at.
All right, good deal. Anything else?
Oh, that's it. Hot dog. Y'all carry on.
All righty. This carrying on stuff kind of gets heavy after a little bit, but anyway. Hey, Matt, KK5DR, did you have any words of wisdom for the group?
Oh, anybody could tell you I ain't got none of them. Well, the oldest thing I'm running tonight is the 4KL, 28 years old, still trucking. It is the oldest one in the country. I know that for a fact, because it's serial number 001. So that's all I got going here. KK5DR.
Well, I don't guess it gets no lower than that, because I don't expect they made a 0000, right?
They did, but it was a prototype, and it was submitted to the FCC for type approval, and ICOM still has that unit at their headquarters.
Well, all righty. You got a little bit of history.
Roger. And y'all doing all right. Everybody's staying pretty close. Y'all are staying tight. So I'm not having to use the VFO too much tonight. KK5DR.
All right, good deal. Just a suggestion, Matt, if you think you're going to be in here for these Wednesday nights, you might reinstate that trivia question deal that you used to do, over?
Yeah, it gets harder and harder to come up with new ones. That's the problem, is it? Y'all figured out the ones I had, and it's some work to actually come up with a new one.
Well, I mean, we're all of mature age, and you could just go back and start over with the first ones, and we may not remember them over.
True, yeah, that might work. And then there are a few younger ones among you that might, remember it. But yeah, I'll see about doing something like that. I'll research on it and maybe come up with something next week.
Well, all right. Look at there. I handed him some homework, didn't I? All right, good deal. Appreciate what you do with us, Matt. Enjoy it all the time. All right, I'm going to get one more there, Jim, and then I'm going to throw it down to you. Let's see, I have W5YT. Hey, Bill, can you come on in here?
Hello, Guy, and the net. Appreciate W5CMK, WY5T. Hope everybody's doing fine this evening. Sitting here in San Antonio. All you folks are sounding just awesome. I'm talking on an 820S tonight with a MC50. The antenna is just a V sitting up about 35 feet and pushing with a little alpha power. Went in there earlier. I'm not getting any ALC at all on here, so I hollered at Rusty a little bit earlier, and he said it sounded pretty decent. It's indicating it's doing all right, but all you guys sounded good. Matt sounds like he's right here sitting beside me, and Jim always sounds like a neighbor around here in town. He's always so loud, but always interesting to listen to you guys, and it's nice to see all this old equipment being resurrected, rebuilt, and rebought, and everything else. It keeps the hobby alive, and that's what it's about, having good friends, so it's always enjoyable. So that's all I've got here, and just wish everybody a good evening out there. This is Bill, WY5T.
All right, Bill. Well, to coin a phrase that Mr. George likes to use, the best hour of ham radio every week is on Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Central. All right, good deal. Hey, Mr. Jim, KB5ZI and a V. You want to give it a whirl? W5CMK and the bold anchors.
All right, Mr. Guy, ought to be a little louder there.
Roger, roger.
All right. Hey, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. I'm back on the trusty 102 this evening. It's going into the B&W, and that goes out there to the big, ladder line fed antenna. So hopefully everything's working and everybody can hear me. Let's see. Hey, Mr. Jim up there in Round Rock, WD5JKO.
Well, hello there, Jim. KB5ZIV and the Wednesday night Boat Anchor Net. This is WD5JKO in Round Rock. Name is Jim. Yeah. So just kind of been reading the mail on you guys and doing a little bit of schematic making there on the computer using Microsoft Paint. That's always interesting, trying to take an old image of a schematic and pixelate it and edit it from there. It gets kind of interesting at times, but it goes pretty fast once you get used to it. So anyway, still running the 20A here, driving the Gonset GSB 201, and that's pretty much the station tonight. Jim, back to net, KB5ZIV, WD5JKO.
Well, it's working up to snuff as usual, Jim. It's got a good signal, good sound.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and see what I got some surprises coming for the future, but I'm not ready to go prime time yet, so I'll just keep a hat on it. So, back to net. Take care.
Hi, Jim. Okay, I had a KC5, I believe it's BRB. I'm not sure about that.
Might be KG5 DRB, Dale.
Okay, DRB.
Yeah, it's yours, Dale.
Kill 500 CX, she's barefoot, running through break
antenna tuner, and do a butternut HF 6V. And we got it registered a 3871, so I figured we were close enough. Jim, up here in Round Rock, you're sounding good. So let me jump out of here, guys. It's always great to hear you on the best hour of AM during the week. So let me jump out of here. KG5DRB. Dale, North Austin. Back to net.
All right, Dale. Got a good signal down this way. No problem. All right, hey, Mr. Al, over in Wimberley, what's going on your way? Whoops, I double you there.
That's all right. We're just trying to keep it going.
I did. Let me see if Mr. Al's hanging around there. W5SFN, are you still there? Hey, we can come back to him. Hey, Ralph, N5BTM, what's going on over in Spring?
Yeah, hello there, Jim. KB5ZIV in the net N5BTM. Name here is Ralph. We're in Spring, 30 miles north of Houston. And tonight we're running a Kenwood TS830 Sugar. And it's driving a homebrew GS35B amplifier. Using a Shure 444D microphone. An old Drake MN2700 antenna tuner. And the antenna is a trapped dipole in the inverted V configuration. Covers 80, 40, and maybe a few other bands with a good tuner. And, Gary, if you're up there looking for that 230, also ask if it works. And when's the last time you recall using it, Roger? Anyway, that's my 2 cents on that subject matter there. Anyway, back to you there, Jim. And looks like it's going to be some hot weather here the next 3 or 4 days. KB5ZIV in the net, N5BTM.
Hi, Ralph. Yeah, it's supposed to warm up a tad.
Yeah,
but it
we
is
had a nice shower yesterday, and haven't even gone out and looked at the rain gauge, but didn't have to turn the sprinklers on, so. But I'm afraid that party's coming to an end.
Yeah, well, standard operating procedure, brother.
Roger. Of course, it is after June 1st, so, we could get 20 inches in a matter of hours, Roger.
Yeah, especially when them early gigs comes in.
That's right. Absolutely.
All right, Brother Ralph.
All right. See you later.
All right. Hey, Mr. Jim down there in Farr, WJ5MS. Yeah, I know I heard him blowing on the microphone earlier. Well, Lynn, I think I got everybody I had on my list. I don't know if I missed any. I didn't get Jim down in Farr, and I didn't hear Al come back in there. So if you got any more than that, I don't have them on mine, brother.
Well, we'll see what we can do with this. I might have a loose end or two. This is K5LYN returning. A while ago, I heard a call that sounded something like K5RC or something like that. Was I dreaming? Is there somebody out there with a call like that? Well, I was dreaming. Okay. How about my neighbor, KG5SV? Jim, you still hanging out? I think he was going to play music tonight. Let me try Al one more time, then we'll take some check-ins. W5SFN. Al, did you go in to watch television? He talked to us for quite a while, but I guess he went in the house. Okay, this is K5LYN, Lynn on the Swan 500C. Who do we have for the net tonight? I'm listening.
K0, Sierra Echo Delta.
Hey, Steve, talk to us.
Oh, well, hello, Lynn in the net. I don't know what I'll talk about tonight. I guess it's that great hour of ham radio with the boat anchors. Tonight I'm on a Kenwood 520 and a 30L1 inverted V up about 40-odd feet. and just enjoying the world, watching the world go around. Did take the sandrail out for a little run today. About time to wipe, run the rust off the bearings, but that's about it. I'll turn it back to you, Lynn. K0 SCD.
Steve, you always have a spectacular signal, whether it be from Texas or the Bahamas. You got a trip planned anytime soon?
No, just got off of one to New Hampshire.
Okay. Well, it's always fun to talk to you when you get out there a long way off, because I never talk to anybody from there. Good to hear you. Anything else for the net tonight?
Oh, that's got it, Lynn. I'll just sit here and listen.
All right. Who else? K5LYN, listening?
WA50PZ. Am I making it into Austin, Lynn?
Yes, sir. Tell us about it.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks like we got our amp going again here. We're running one of the swan rigs with the 1200X tonight. He's been giving some problems. The two capacitors right there on the band switch had gone out and on the 75-meter portion, so no, I don't use it on much else. Anyway, thought I'd bring this up. All of you guys out there that didn't think I'd ever be 30, I hit 76 today.
Well, you're ahead of me, but I'll catch up with you. I'm 70 now.
Roger. Anyway, I thought that'd be nice, because there was a bunch of them said I never would make it to 30.
Well, it was fun while it lasted, though, right?
Oh, goodness, yes.
All right, Bill, good to hear you. The radio sounded good. We wondered where you were. We hadn't heard you in a while.
Oh, I had a lot of other stuff going on, and like I say, I did have a couple of capacitors smoke on the 1200X, so thought, it's kind of comical. I found the 430s that I needed, but I had to order 50 of them. Wasn't but $8 and something, so that wasn't bad. If anybody needs any 430s, I got plenty.
Well, sounds like you still know what you're doing when it comes to fixing radios.
Well, I hope so. I hope I hadn't forgot it all. The only problem is now I'm getting pretty shaky, so running the soldering iron kind of, have to be careful.
Yep, understand. And always have to be careful where we put stuff, too. That's my trouble. Anything else for the net tonight, Bill?
No, I think that'll do it for right now. Hello, Gary. In case you're still listening, K5LYN, WA50PZ. Bye.
Yeah, good to hear you. Who else? Who else is out there? I'm listening.
CXG.
CXG. Take it.
You want me to go?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Carry on.
Okay. It's about 11 times ago on the 520 and the March tuner and the Jersey, all that good stuff. Not much going on. Been trying to get an antenna up at another place. Hadn't done it yet. It's been a slow go, but we'll get there. And I got my Marauder out there, Lynn, out at the other place. So sometime maybe this winter we'll have to fire them up and have a Marauder night or something later on during the winter, but I'll need some time to I bought me a lift table. I figured if I was going to mess around with Marauders and 390s and 388s and all that stuff, I went out and bought a lift table, and it sure does make it easier to move them around.
Boy, I can believe that. I swore off 100-pound radios, but what we say, was I sober when I swore?
I understand that, but I mean, this thing will lift 500 pounds, so you can put one on there and roll it in there and lift it right up to your table and move it back, and they're wonderful.
Well, that does sound nice, and we didn't get to do a Marauder night this past winter. We were all so busy, but I'm going to shoot for it next time, because I've got a 75A4 to pair it with now. That ought to be about right.
Yeah, I've got a 388 here with a product detector, and I've got a 390A that I have a product detector mod to put in it. So we'll be able to team it up with one of them, and there's always the old NC303 to put it with if all that doesn't work out. But it's big radios, and we'll need some time to get them all together, but it'll work. And that's about it from here. Hope everybody has a good week. And Al, if you're still listening, good to hear you. And everybody else, and George. And I'm hearing everybody, the conditions are starting to get kind of tough out here. We're pretty far out. And, You know, until they switch the time back, it's going to be pretty tough this time of day. We'll catch y'all later, K560.
Sounding great here. Okay, let me have one more, then I'll pass it to Guy. Who else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? K5LYN, listening?
WJ5MS.
Okay, Jim, we talked to you. We called you a while ago, but we got you now.
Well, I had to run outside and put my antenna back up. How's that?
Well, you got it up. It's working.
Okay, Lynn. Thanks anyway. This is Jim at WJ5MS down here in faraway South Texas on his Drake TR4, of course, tonight. And remember what? We need an M4 when you got a big old Drake. And that's about the size of it, Lynn. I had a little problem with the antenna. Put the leg up back up vertically, and plus it sounds receive-wise like I might have to leave it there. At any rate, we'll just back down here and listen to all these fine sound radios. WJ5MS, back to that.
Okay, yeah, you're on the air sounding good. And I'm beginning to hear the band open up. Some folks are coming right on in. You're fine here, too. And you and I often have trouble hearing each other in the summer. Okay, Guy, W5CMK, let's let folks hear somebody besides me for a while. K5LYN.
All right, there, Lynn. This is W5CMK. And y'all are listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited tonight. And I'm still running a Drake TR4 with an RV4 and a 2KD5 Henry up to a double bazooka at about 45 foot. I don't have any more on my list, so we'll just take a few check-ins here. And if you come now with your call sign suffix slowly, I'll try to write it down and get you in here.
Hotel Norway, India.
Well, I guess it's up to you, Steve. Take her away.
Well, I was going to pause and see if we had a follow-up there.
I guess you just overwhelmed everybody, so just bring that big old swan. I bet it, I say big old swan. It may not be a swan tonight, but it sure sounds pretty good, whatever it is.
All righty, very good. Good evening, everybody, from WD5HN9. Name here is Steve, out southwest of the Austin area near the Pertinalis River. And yes, you're correct, Amundo. Tonight we're on the Swan 350 here, the Barefoot 350, running just a shade under 3. So we've got some good voltage conditions from my rural electric provider here, no doubt. The band's a little noisy, but not, it's too bad. But the signals are gaining in strength, it seems, a little bit there tonight. Over.
Yeah, it's awfully quiet. No crashes or anything going on up here, so it's a good summertime night on 75 meters.
Roger, roger. But anyway, that's about it here. Running those Shure 444 mic and all that going into a loop antenna. So there you go. Take care, and our mosquito friends are out in the shop here tonight, so that's what we're playing with. Have fun. WD5HN9. Back to net.
All right, good deal, Steve. Sounding good, as always, from the hill country. And be careful with them skeeters, because you don't need some of that nasty old stuff they tote around with them. All right, anybody else with the Boat Anchors Unlimited come now? Well, surely we ain't run them all off. Well, Jim, you want to give it a whirl?
Sure, Guy, I can do that. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call sign slowly, please. Spread them out a little bit for me, guys. We'll try and get you in here. One more time, guys, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, come with your call sign slowly, and we'll try to get you in here.
WD5ADC. Hi, Rick.
Hey, good evening, Jen, everybody in the net. This is Rick down in Harlingen and the tip end of Texas. And tonight I'm on the Tempo 1 and using a Collins 30L 1 amp inverted V in the backyard, and the microphone's a Shure 444.
Well, it's working for you, brother. You got a good signal up here.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, nice, strong, clear audio, no problems.
All right. You don't hear any carrier on this signal, do you?
Well, I got a little noise over here, so I couldn't tell you for sure.
Okay, I spent a little bit of time this weekend trying to get the carrier balance set. It's a pain on this thing.
Comment, Jim?
Yeah, go ahead, Lynn.
Hey, Rick, I did tune around while you were talking, and I can hear a little bit of carrier in there. I was kind of surprised. Of course, we don't hear it talking to you, but I tune around, I can hear a little bit of a heterodyne, so there is some there.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do some electronic work on it then, because I can't make it any better than it is. I can't even see it on the watt meter.
Well, yeah, people can hear carrier on mine, too, that I can't see on the watt meter, but it's amazing that can happen. I'll tell you, on these Swans, we had to go in and replace the diodes on the balance modulator to get, I was way off on mine. There's still a little bit there, but you might see if the internet has any literature on what people have done about that with, experiencing that.
Yeah, Roger. Yeah, I kind of looked around for it a little bit. This is a tube, is the balance modulator. I forget what it is, but there's not a whole lot of them anymore. I think I doubt very seriously if that's the problem. I mean, it tests good.
Yeah, that's all I was going to do is kind of share what I had here, which was back to the diodes, but I don't know anything about that radio. Back to you, Jim.
Okie dokie.
Well, I guess I'll just continue to work on it when I get an idea. 73WD586.
N5OJB for short.
Yeah, Darren.
Yeah, when you figure out how to get that carrier out of there, you let me know, because everybody tells me I've got a carrier on this Tempo here.
Okay. I just wondered if maybe it wasn't a characteristic of the radio.
No, it shouldn't be, because I've never had that problem with one before until this radio here.
Okay, it's probably the components around the tube. I mean, I can replace the tube, but they're $20 a piece.
I would guess one of the deals on the bottom of the tubes aged out is what I'd say, Rick.
You mean some of the components around it?
Yeah, right. Resistors, capacitors.
Yeah, I think I'll just check them out and see what I can do. All right, step 3, everybody. WD586.
All right. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call sign slowly, please, I'll try and get you in here.
K5LRX.
Hey, Jack.
Hey there, how you doing, Jim? Well, this is a sort of a moderate boat anchor. It's heavy, and it's big, and it's ugly. So I guess that sort of qualifies. 765 with a LK550 3-hole 3-500Z linear. Lots of tubes, lots of heat. All the main ingredients to a serious old boat anchor. And stock audio path. So you don't always have to use all of the stuff. An old friend of mine once said to me, you don't always have to tell everybody everything that you know. So it's the same thing, I guess, goes with cool mics and cool processors and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes just bolt a stock mic into a stock radio and go for it. So that's what you got. K5LRX.
Hi, Jack. It's potentate down here, brother. It's putting out a whopper of a signal.
Oh, that's great. See, even a blind squirrel once in a while will get their signal out. So this is K5LRX. I'll sure be looking forward to it again next week. And thank you kindly, Jim, for running that.
All right, brother. All right, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call sign slowly, please, I'll try and get you in here. Well, Lynn, you want to take one more at it?
Yeah, you know, we may have covered the territory, and maybe the skip is shorter than I thought. I'm not hearing heterodynes from the West Coast, and we hadn't heard our guys from up north like KB0UOZ and those guys, so maybe we're just dealing with some short skip tonight. Anybody else want to check in to the Boat Anchors, K5LYN, listening?
WW9W.
Hey, there's the man right there. Pick it up.
Hey, Lynn. Good evening to the Boat Anchors net. This is Robert, WW9W in Allen, Texas. Good evening, everybody. I promised Byron I was going to check in last week and wasn't able to get in, but I said I'm going to check in this evening. Hope everybody's doing well. Running the TS940. The Kenwood TS940S, and that's what's going on up this way, Lynn. Good to hear you guys. Name is Robert, for those who don't know. Whiskey 9 Whiskey, Allen, Texas.
Hey, it's working fine, Robert. Hey, let me see if I'm remembering something right. Didn't I pick up a Heathkit SB10 from you at Belton one time?
You sure did. You sure did.
Well, I still have it. And it's still on the to-do list. But it's actually a pretty good-looking piece. It needs to be up on the table instead of down on the floor. One of these days.
Yeah, you got to get it on the air, Lynn. Yeah, I thought you would have had it on by now.
Well, I thought I would have too. But that's life, you know. Anyway, good to hear you, Robert. Anything else for the net tonight?
No, I don't have anything else. I'll be listening here for the till the end here. WW9W, Allen, Texas.
All right, come by when you can. Who else for the net? K5LYN, listening. Okay. Perry, KB0UOZ, where are you tonight? Well, calling him out didn't work. Anybody want to talk to me before we wind this thing down tonight? It's been a great net, but the skip is short, and a lot of the folks we usually talk to are not here. Anybody? I'm listening. K5LYN.
K5LYN, KFI-CCN.
CCN, Brian, how you doing?
Fantastic. Giving the old Heathkit SB201 some airtime. Working on getting the Heathkit DX60 back. Found out why it was blowing modulator tubes. There was a misprint on the modification for the carrier control. It showed a 50-ohm pot. It's supposed to be 50K. That's why I kept popping 67s and got 3 new ones from somebody on eBay. Boxes look brand new. They are new. They're new old stock. Over.
Okay, what tube was it again? I missed that.
6 Delta Echo 7.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm glad you found it because you're up and running and the thing's working tonight.
Yes, sir. And I'd like to say hello to everyone. And I heard Robert, WW9W. Robert will be talking with you on AM soon. And heard Dale, KG5GRB. I never had as good a signal as I had tonight, about 10 over. And yes, I think the skip is short tonight. Over.
Yeah, I think it is too, because we're not here in the West Coast AMers, which we usually do. So we're just not reaching a lot of those guys way out there. Well, good to hear you. Any other projects in the works?
No, not at this time. Going to rearrange the desk a little bit here and get that Hellstar tuner kind of down more in front of my face. That's about it. That thing does work, and I can't say it was worth $580, but it does work. So anyway, I'll get out of here, and thanks for having me. 73 K5LYN, KF5CCN.
Okay, we'll catch you around town sometime soon. Okay, who else for the net? K5LYN listening.
WD580C, recheck.
Okay, Rick, what do you say?
Yeah, good evening, Lynn. Okay, I'm on the 820 now with a new set of relays in it, and I think that cures the problem on TL922 amp and to the same inverted Z I was on a while ago.
I just tuned around. There's no carrier there.
Well, that's because it's a Kenwood.
Yeah, that fixed it for sure. But that doesn't solve the problem with the other radio. I'm following you.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I had a really bad relay problem with this, and I cleaned it with a varnishing tool and cleaner and everything, and it just didn't help. So I found some originals and actually had one and ordered another one and stuck them in, and that seemed to take care of it.
Well, I'll tell you how I clean relays these days, and that's to spray some Z-oxide on a piece of paper and slip it up in there and work it back and forth as you manually operate the relay back and forth. You're probably doing that already, but that has worked well for me.
Yeah, Roger. I tried that, and then that didn't work, and I've come to the conclusion that the relay was probably physically defective.
Okay, it happens for sure. Okay, you're up and running now, Rick. What else to do?
That's it. You're sounding good. I'm hearing most everybody tonight that's about the same you are, I guess. Everybody's good and strong. So 7.3 again, WD580C.
Yeah, I'm finding the conditions on a lot of signals are real good, but we're just not hearing those from way out there because nobody from way up north. I mean, we've had people all the way to Canada, check in sometimes, and we're not here in the West Coast or Arizona. So things are changed, but I guess we expect that with the season. Okay, anybody else for the net? K5LYN listening. WB5I, is that right?
That's correct. Good evening, Lynn and the group. Great evening. Sound crashes or the static crashes are down tonight compared to the last 2 weeks, and I think I'm hearing everybody. It's a great evening for a net.
Your name's escaping me tonight.
Yeah, it's Dwayne, and we're on the S-line.
Okay, that's right, Dwayne. Yeah, your S-line. You got an amplifier with it, or is it barefooted?
No, we're barefoot still. We hope to get the amp on soon.
And remind me where you're located.
We're up in Munster, 60 miles north of Fort Worth.
Oh, well, you're doing great, barefooted. You barely need that amplifier. It's doing a great job.
All right, well, you're doing good, too. Everybody's sounding good.
All right, glad you came by. It took me a while to get all the ducks in a row there. Good to hear you. Anything else for the net tonight?
We hope to check in again next week. We'll see everybody at Hamcom if you show up.
Been years since I've been there. Y'all keep us posted on how it's going.
We'll do it.
Okay, who else? K5LYN listening. Well, the band may be stretching out a little bit. Maybe we'll hear some more people. Anybody else from me before I turn this thing to Guy? We're probably not that far from winding it down tonight. This is K5LYN listening. Guy, carry on. K5LYN, I'm listening out. W5CMK, up there somewhere? Well, maybe he's on the phone, or maybe I'm talking to thin air. KB5ZIV, Jim?
Yeah, no problem, Lynn. Hi, folks, this is KB5ZIV. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. If you'd like to check in with us this evening, if you'll come with your call sign slowly, please, I'll try and get you in here.
Whiskey Alpha 5, Edward David X-Ray.
Hey, Byron.
Hey, Jim, good evening to you and everybody on the net. Sorry I'm late, just got out here and turned on the old Kenwood 820. And thought I'll just check in for the count. I do hear all the noise on the band. How you copied, Jim?
I don't have any problem hearing you.
Okie dokie. Okie doke. Well, that's all I have this evening. Hope everybody's doing fine and got a lot of good rain this week. WA5EDX.
Yeah, well, I think we're done with that for a little bit.
Yeah, probably so. Who all reported they're going up to Hamcom this weekend?
No.
Yeah, no good barbecue. I think I'll miss too.
You're right. All right, anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net this evening?
CMK.
Yeah, go ahead, guy.
Went haywire on me there. I got a bunch of RF in there all of a sudden, but anyway, I'm back on one that hopefully doesn't have any RF in it.
No, you're good.
All right, if you want me to throw another one out, let me know.
Yeah, throw one out. You're a little further north than I am. See if there's anybody else, and then we'll hit the road.
All righty. This is W5CMK, Northeast Texas. You're listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited. If we've missed anybody, come on in now and let us know. And if we haven't missed you and you haven't checked in yet, come on in and check in anyway.
The WB5LXZ.
LXZ, I believe. Go ahead.
Yeah, running barefoot. This is Jim, WB5LXZ. And I'm on a Swan Signet 270 Bravo, running barefoot into a dipole. I'm in Bedford, over by Fort Worth, midway between Dallas and Fort Worth. Just want to check in.
All right, Jim. Well, the Signet's doing the job.
All right, very good. I got called away on the telephone for the last 30 minutes, so I missed most of the net, but I try to check in whenever I can. Hope you guys are coming to HamCon. We're getting cranked up for it in a couple of days.
Well, unfortunately, I've got other irons in the fire. I won't be able to make it, but I bet there'll be some folks there on this frequency for the best hour of ham radio every week that will be there.
I'm sure there's going to be some boat anchors there, too, I know of. So, anyway, just wanted to check in for the count. Everybody have a good evening, and we'll see you at HamCon.
All right, good deal. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited, come now with your call sign suffix, please.
W5DPP.
Well, go ahead, Sammy.
I just wonder if anybody has heard whether or not they're going to have a flea market at HamCon.
According to what was run over the weekend, Sammy, no.
Well, that's what I've heard both ways, so I just wondered if anybody had a direct report since it's getting close to the time. I think they'll just run it in the ground if they don't have it, but that's the way they want to do things nowadays.
Well, it's not how they want to do it, but the problem is, we had the outdoor flea market last year. There's now a huge foundation for a new music building. So they don't have the space for it, and they're going to have to figure out something for next year.
Yeah, they left it where it was.
All right, anything else, Sammy?
That's all I got. Just wondered about that. 73 is everybody. W5DPP.
All righty, good deal. Anybody else for the Boat Anchors come now? Well, Jim, I think we about broke them all.
I think we done run the gambit there, brother.
So I'm going to say my 7-3. Lynn, I believe, already has. And since you're going to be the finisher, I'll just throw it down to you there, Jim. KB5ZIV and the Boat Anchors, W5CMK.
All right, guys. All right, have we missed anyone for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net this evening? All right, guys. Lynn, Guy, and myself, we appreciate everybody coming by here and taking the time to check in with us, because without you guys, we can't do it. Hopefully y'all have a good week, and we'll see y'all next Wednesday, 73.